It's game time! Warzone Morloc 40k brings you a brand new 9th edition battle report. All new Sisters of Battle versus the Void Stalkers Space Marines in a 2,000 point epic showdown.
Welcome back to Warzone Morloc 40k, the home of fully painted, beautiful looking battle reports. The biggest channel that you've never heard of. I'm going to welcome a guest at this time, Brother Dave.
Hello.
Talk to us, Dave. What is your Instagram handle?
So my Instagram handle is @DaveLovesPainting. You can be one to join my hundreds of followers.
Or join me for my dozens. We're going to be playing today Void Stalkers Space Marines against a beautifully painted Sisters of Battle army from our friend Dave.
Oh, thanks, yeah.
Featuring brand new units. What's her name, the leader?
We've got Morven Val. She'll be making a debut today.
Oof.
Some Paragon War suits. So hopefully they'll do something today. And then the Celestine Sacrosancts. Very easy for me to say.
Suffering Succotash. It's going to be brutal. What we're going to be playing an open war mission, 2,000 points. What mission are we going to be playing, Dave?
So our objective is search and secure, which reads, a key objective has been triangulated to this position, but its exact location still remains unclear. You must find it and secure it whilst preventing the enemy from doing the same. What that means is that we roll off and we'll be placing 6 objectives alternatively, so whoever wins the roll off places first and then so on until all 6 are placed. They can't be placed more than 6 inches within each other and 12 inches away from a board edge. So they're going to be scattered all over. And at the start of each battle round after the first, so from turn 2, we'll randomly roll and select an objective, and that will be removed as well. So unlike the standard match play games, this is going to be a bit of chaos involved.
It's going to be brilliant. Consider it an imperial training exercise with the armies involved. But imagine from turn 2, you roll a dice and an objective that you've just stacked up on vanishes.
Yeah.
And you have to have the tactical nous and mobility to spread your forces throughout the rest of the board. And did you go over the Tempest?
Yeah, and then we've got our twist for the game, which is Tempest. Torrential rain and wind makes it all but impossible to focus on an enemy at a distance, which means more will receive benefit of light cover if they're more than 18 inches away. So it's going to be even more difficult for us to hit each other and kill each other during this time. I like to think that the Tempest is actually washing away those objectives as well.
Yeah, we'll consider it a tsunami.
Horrid weather.
Tsunami. That's how you say it.
That is.
Remember too, there's 3 things you can do to support the channel, are there not? Number 1, like the video, if you like it. If you don't, see you around. Number 2, subscribe, because we love subscribers. We're so close to that 10,000 subscriber milestone. We just hit 9k. I'm doing a massive giveaway if we hit 10k. So make sure you come on board for a chance to win massive, massive prizes that you won't believe. And leave a comment. I reply to every single comment. I'm sure Dave will jump on the comments as well.
Yeah, I will.
Even if it's horrendous, as some of them have been, which I love. I love the awful ones. The meaner you are, the better. I love it. So I drink it up.
Yeah, there we are.
Because it all helps the algorithm. Even if you're horrible, it's great. Be sure to check out Triple Helix War Games. What's it called, Dave?
Triple Helix War Games.
Triple Helix War Games. So good. We said it 3 times. Rich loved that gag. No one else did. They have fantastic discounts on all Games Workshop products and more. Check them out. And also, we have a cheeky Patreon. You can join us and stick £1 in a jar. It helps power the lights and provide high quality Patrick masks available very soon, potentially, if copyright allows. Check out Patrick Price or Warhammer Plus.
Cheeky plug, I like it.
There's no way we're getting the permission to do that.
Games Workshop.
Yeah, I had this one printed before he jumped ship, so yeah. Come at me, lawyers. Also, with Praise Henry. Praise Henry. Sound effect to be added later. Here we go. 2,000 points. Void Stalkers Space Marines against Sisters of Battle. Let's do it.
Ready.
This is my 2,000 points of Void Stalkers Space Marines based off the Ultramarines Successor chapter. It's very much the same army as I used last week, if you watched the battle report last week against the Death Guard, except a little psychic power change. So HQ, we're going with a chapter master, Lord Sagan himself. He has the Relic Shield, Relic Blade, and he has Master of the Codex Warlord trait, along with the Seal of Oath Special Issue War Gear. My librarian has a force sword. He is using obviously Smite, Psychic Fortress, and Fury of the Ancients. For my troops, I have 3 squads of intercessors. So a little look at them, all with top knots because that's how we roll. 1, 2, and 3. Behind them, I have 10 Hellblasters because they were a lot of fun last time. I'm going to be using the regular type of Hellblaster this time, so the normal plasma incinerators for a bit of range. See if we can mix it up a little bit. The assault ones are very good with the 3 shots, but let's see what happens with those. I have an apothecary. He's not buffed up to the chief, he's just a regular apothecary because of points. I have 6 Bolt Storm Gauntlet aggressors. I have Old Faithful, the Executioner with the laser destroyer gun. I have 3 Outrider bikes with the standard that does nothing apart from look cool. I have an Impulsor, which should be able to transport at least one of the squads across the board. And finally, the Redemptor Dreadnought. And that's it. That's the 2,000 points, 12 command points. Off we go.
This is my 2,000 points of Order of the Sacred Rose. What that means for the army is they get a 4-up, gain back their miracle dice when they use them. Quite useful when miracle dice aren't easy to come by. Also, they only ever lose 1 model from any kind of combat attrition checks, so that's the max they can do. As far as my HQs, we've got some new ladies in here today. So we've got Morven Val, who is an absolute beast.
And a stunning paint job to boot.
Oh, thank you. And yeah, so she's going to go out. She's the Warlord today, which means that she has her Warlord ability, Righteous Rage, which allows her to reroll all hits and all wounds. So if that, it just makes her even better. We've got my Canoness, Judith. There she is. She has a Warlord trait as well, which buffs up the Shield of Faith within 6 inches of her, so give a bit more survivability to the army. And finally, in the HQ slot, we've got the Palatine, who is just bare bones. She doesn't have anything bar a bolt pistol and a power sword as well. Troops wise, we got 3 sisters squads. We got 1 larger sister squad of 10 with a melter gun and a heavy bolter. And then we've got a smaller squad of 6 with a melter gun and another squad of 5 with a heavy bolter. Just pretty standard stuff for the sisters, not many options there. Elites wise, we've got brand new Celestian Sacrosancts. They're just behind Morven Val, protecting her.
These ones,
yeah,
sorry.
Shield ladies. The Sacrosanct Superior has the Spear of the Faithful. I mean, for 5 points, you're always taking that on them. So hopefully they can hold on to an objective and defend the faith. We've got Dialogus just at the back there by the Rhino. She has the Litany of Enduring Faith, which will boost Shield of Faith by +1. So hopefully I can combo that a bit with Judith's Warlord trait. A Hospitalia next to her. So she is like an apothecary. She gives a 6-inch ignore bubble. There's a few stratagems for her to use. Just again, a bit of extra resilience, especially against Marines. Then we've got really what I think are the main event, which is my first time out with 3 Paragon war suits.
So good.
So it took me a while.
I've seen them in the flesh, they're stunning.
Yeah, it took me a while to decide what to give these, but I've gone for the Superior with a multi-melter and sword, and then 2 suits with heavy bolter and mace. Also, I've used a stratagem to give the Superior a relic. So the Superior has the Litanies of Faith, which allows her to re-roll a miracle dice in a turn. So it gives me a bit of reliability that way. And then finally for elites, because sisters have a lot, we've got the Nutters with Chainswords. We have Sister Repentia. They're out to hopefully kill something and get back some honour. There are 9 of them and a Repentia Superior as well.
I've been on the wrong end of them before, and they're monsters.
Yes, they are absolutely beastly. And now we've got a few things in fast attack. So with the new book, I've gone for 2 squads of Dominions. So I've gone for 1 squad with 4 multi-melters. And the power sword isn't turned on today, so it looks cool, but it's just a normal combat weapon. Nice. She's got a combi flamer, the Superior. And then I've gone for 5 with flamers. So for some burning of heretics across the system. And lastly, in the fast attack slot for this battalion is the Zephyrim. who all have power swords and bolt pistols, and there is a Zephyrin pendant in there as well, which allows them to reroll all their charges when they come down, which is handy because you want them in combat. Heavy support wise, just an Exorcist. So it's got Exorcist missile launchers. I've gone for the anti-tank missiles today, and a heavy bolter in the hull. And then dedicated transport, we have 2 rhinos and an immolator with immolation flamers and a heavy bolter. And that is 1996 points. Good year, especially for football.
It's coming home. Observe how the sisters have deployed. Dave, talk us through it.
Yeah, so we rolled off for our objectives. Bill won that roll off. So he placed some objectives. We did this before selecting deployment side, so it was nice and fair. Yeah. I've decided to go for a bit of an armoured front here to try and weather a bit of the storm, and then try and control some of my back objectives. So I've got the Exorcist there. Hopefully she can do a bit of work on her organ, playing some tunes. Norman Fowl is there, and she is leading the charge really once we're able to get a bit further out, because I want to get her involved in the action. There's a few different things happening. So I've got a unit of Dominions in strategic reserve. They've got all the flamers
on the new tactical reserves tray.
Yep. And then I've got the Zephyrin there in deep strike, and a few different units in Rhino. So I've got Repentia in one, and then a unit of 5 sisters and the 5 Sacrosancts in the other.
Awesome. And the objectives are numbered on this side. Number 1, number 3, and number 4 there. And over on this side, number 5. What's that one over there? That'd be number 6, wouldn't it?
6.
Number 6, and over
Number
there
2.
is number 2. And I'll just show you what I've done on my side. So we've gone Gary Big Bananas here with the aggressors, the medic, the librarian, the captain, who's upgraded to a chapter master, the executioner, and the redemptor, all in a big, massive bubble. I've got 5 intercessors there, ready to push through there behind the obscuring terrain. I've got 10 Hellblasters in the corner there, ready to hopefully hop up on the cover and put some shots down. 5 intercessors there on that objective, with my bikes and my final 5 intercessors in the impulsor, ready to race towards hopefully that objective over there. All that is left to do, sir, is to roll off and to see who goes first. Do you have a dice in hand?
I do.
Prepare yourself.
Let's go. It's a 3.
It's a Morloc 6.
Oh.
We're going first. That means I'm probably going to lose because I'm rubbish. Before I begin, the Seal of Oath has been nominated on the Immolator, containing
the 5 Dominions with
5
melter guns.
Dominions, yeah, because that's quite a tasty unit. In the command phase, in fact, we gained 1 extra CP for Master of the Codex, which was on a 4+, which actually helped me out because I did spend 1 CP on Wisdom of the Ancients.
Yeah, that's
what we're going with. Creating a reroll to wound bubble around the Dreadnought. The Chapter Master nominated the aggressors here to be the beneficiary of his aura. The Librarian has pushed up there. Apothecary with them. Bearing in mind the board is quite tight down the middle, there isn't actually anything on offer for the Executioner to shoot at so far. So he's going to stay tucked away in a bit of reserve as and when threats present themselves. On this side, the Intercessors have pushed forward onto the objective, also keeping them in reserve because I'm a bit of rear field screening for future arrivals. On this side though, I've got a massive advance with the bikes and the impulsor behind the obscuring terrain to make sure I've got a steady foothold on the objective number 6. So I have just pulled them back a little bit because I actually haven't got a lot that's in range to shoot. So what I'm going to do is roll for Psychic Fortress to try and keep my stuff alive for the impending wall of death that's going to come. Looking for a 6.
It is a 6.
Oh.
I get to use Shield of Faith with any unit. I just checked that. Any unit within 24 of the Psyker.
Oh, you're well within.
So it looks like from this immolator I can do it. So on a 6, I will deny it.
No, that's how this
There
game
we are. There we are. No Psychic Fortress for you.
No
You can
Psychic Fortress,
pack
no.
that one up. Which?
Psychic
We're going to burn
vulnerability.
you and we're going to stop your psychic powers.
Oh Lord! With that Psychic Disappointment, there's nothing actually in range that can shoot. It's all about positioning. Now I've faced the imminent death from the Sisters of Battle with no Psychic Fortress in play. Off we go, Sisters, turn 1.
We've shifted around here. the immolators come round. I mean, I'm not really going to be able to avoid fire coming in, so I thought I'd just embrace it. The Rhino shifted round to outflank a little bit, kind of mirroring the situation over there.
It's a dance.
The Paragon Warsuits were the beneficiary of more than Val's reroll all hits and all wounds aura. She's moved around as well. I've tried to do 2 prayers to like show off these new prayers. I rolled a 1 for to buff the invulnerable save, and then I rolled a 1 to give them 6
Yeah, she's not quite achieved the Bon Jovi status
So
yet.
she's not there.
She's not living on the prayer.
I was saying it's not psychic, it's a different type of magic. It's good. Emperor loves this sort of magic. He loves a hymn, does the Emperor. Around here, I've tried to move these girls up onto the objective. I'm about to use a stratagem, Defenders of the Faith, on them to allow them to hold that objective a bit better. Yeah, and then some characters have milled around with them. So I've used Defenders of the Faith for 2 CP, which puts me down to 7. What this does is basically it makes this unit of sisters have transhuman physiology for they can only be wounded on 4s if they're within 3 inches of that objective, and also they gain bolter discipline. So it gives them a bit of spice.
Awesome.
Okay, so 10 Sisters of Battle are firing at the aggressors. There are only 5 in range, so it's still going to be 10 shots though, because their bolters count as rapid fire too.
Defend the faith.
So they're re-rolling 1s to hit and 1s to wound on these. Good job they're re-rolling 1s to hit. I mean, I'm going to burn these dice, Bill. That's...
I did give you the
I mean, we talked about a meme before. That's...
Oh, hang on, we need to get a photo of you for the meme.
Reroll.
Here come the rerolls.
Okay. I mean, it's still not great.
Better than all those ones though, wasn't it?
It's going to be 5s to wound because you're toughness 5.
Yes. We don't care.
Beefy boys.
Double hard.
I'll reroll that 1. So that is 2 wounds. No minus because we're just bolters. You got a 2-up save because of the 18 inches away rule.
Awesome.
One takes a wound.
One wound. That'll do me. Next up is the immolator to fire.
Yeah, so I'm going to use a stratagem here. Catechism of Fire. It's 2 CP. I'm down to 4, which is...
Oh, you're running.
Oh, no, I'm down to 5, sorry, because I had 7 CP. But it means I get 12 automatic hits on the...
Oh, good. Only 12?
Of aggressors. Yeah.
Oh,
double check my range. Yeah. So we'll do a bit of Tracer's Fire from the heavy bolter first. This is going to be 3s to hit you.
Get the target on.
There's that roll in again. And then it's 12 automatic hits, so I don't have to roll to hit, which is good.
That's good for you, isn't it?
It's 3s to win because they're strength 6 heavy flames for the sisters, which is good. Okay, so it is 4, 7 at -1, so it's going to be 7 4-ups for your aggressors there.
I should have played something then. Apothecary saves for the 5 wounds lost. Oh, we got 1 back. Lost 1, and 1 is down to 1 wound. Should I have played transhuman? Possibly. Did I? No. Who cares? Not me.
Okay, so the Paragon Warsuits are going to go into them. So as far as transhuman was concerned, I'm wounding on 4s with everything but the multi-melter, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'll save my CP.
So 2 heavy bolters first. These are hitting on 3s, and they're going to be re-rolling everything because they're more than Vol, which is probably going to be handy because of this roll that's coming up, I'm sure. Oh no!
What are you talking
they
about?
Love life. So it is 6 hits from those heavy bolters, and then any 6s to wound here an extra -1 AP. So that's quite handy as you're on the 2-up save. Okay, so we're wounding you on 4s. I get to reroll these 2. I actually get to reroll all of them because of Morgan Vol's ability, because she's a badass. Okay, so there is 1 that's at -2, and there are 4 at -1. So there'll be 3-ups, and that'll be a 4-up.
All right, looking for a 4-up on that. Fails.
Okay.
And looking for
3-ups.
3-ups on these.
Okay, so that's 4 wounds for your apothecary saves.
Oh.
Because they're 2 damage apiece. Okay.
Nothing.
So 1 was dead and 1's on 2. And then the multi-melter as well. So it's going to be 2 shots from her. 2 hits. And then 3s to wound. So it's 2 wounds. You are on 6-up saves. Because of the +1 light cover. So it's D6 for each one. So the first one that's through is 2, and then the second one is 4. So if you do the first 2, because this guy's on 2 wounds.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay, so he's down to 1, so it just killed. Well, no, because you might roll 4 6s.
Let's try and roll 4 6s.
Okay,
it was a noble effort, so it's just him that dies.
So now we've got the Paragon grenade launchers on their backs, which are 6 shots. So they're going to be 3s again, and they re-roll everything for more than Vol. Okay, they didn't want them anyway. Go away. Didn't need them. And then the strength 6, so they're going to wound you on 3s, and they can re-roll everything, but that's all. They all wound. So that is 4 at -1, but you get a +1 for light cover, so you are on a 3-up save.
Here we come, 3 ups.
Okay,
2
so
goes
2,
through.
and these are D3 damage each.
Oh, do I want to command point reroll one of them? Try and stay alive. Nah, go on.
You got 13 command points.
I have. I'm going to do it. Yes.
There you go. Right.
There
yeah.
you go.
So D3 it is 3, so it will kill 1, but you get your apothecary, so hopefully you can pull you through. I can.
He survives on 1 wound.
Saves 1. More than Vol now is going to do the same thing. She's going to shoot the same unit. She has a strength 6 heavy bolter, which is so her heavy bolter, and she's got her missiles as well.
Yeah.
So she has a heavy 2, strength 8 -2 D6 from her missile launcher, 36-inch range, and then the heavy bolter is strength 3, strength 6 -1. So you may want to transhuman them.
I should have done it at the start.
I know.
But at this, yeah, I'll do it.
So transhuman.
The internet's going to kick my ass for not doing it at the start.
Okay, so the back launchers. So this is 2 crack missiles. So she hits twice, and they're strength 8, but they're going to be wounding you on 4s because of transhuman. 1 wounds, which is -1.
So with the +1, so
you're on the 3-up save.
3 up.
Yep, loves it. Eat it up. And then the heavy bolter, Fidelis, the heavy bolter, 2s to hit.
Fidelis.
And then she's strength 6 with the heavy bolter, so it's going to be 4s because of transhuman. Okay, it's 2 wounds at -1.
Safe.
Okay, there you go. Transhumans come through. I mean, they survived.
I should have done it. Of course, I should have done it at the start. But everyone who's already raging at me, I know, I know. Next up to shoot is the Exorcist.
Yeah, so I'm using a stratagem to mean that it doesn't require line of sight to fire at the Dreadnought. It's got a 48-inch range, so you know we're talking a huge range there. So it's 3d3 shots. So it's 1, 2, 4 shots. It's going to be hitting on 3s.
With the twist.
Okay, 3 hits.
Nice.
And then it's going to be strength 8, so it's 3s to wound you. It is 3 wounds. There we go. These are -2. You've got +1 from the rain, the tsunami,
the tsunami
that's coming down. So you are on a 4-up save.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, 2 have gone through.
2 have gone through, and you've CP'd already for the aggressors.
Yeah.
So that's 2d6 damage. It's 10.
Oh my lord.
-1 from each one, so it's 3, 8.
The Dreadnought is down to a measly 5 wounds remaining. If you can believe such a thing, the Stormbolter fired from the Rhino and took off the last remaining wound from that aggressor. Lost 4 aggressors in total.
Yeah, so overall pretty good turn for the Sisters. We were able to move more towards the central part of the board, trying to control that. I'm glad I've whittled down the aggressors quite a bit, but there is quite a bit of firepower I'm wary of coming my way.
Dark times.
But I think it's pretty even right now.
Let's go.
So yeah, turn
Space
2.
Marines, turn 2. In the beginning of the battle round, we have rolled objective number 4.
Which is the one that my sister is defending.
It's the one that you anchored on.
So basically, I will lose the ability.
So do we take that objective away?
It goes.
Oh la la.
That is...
Well,
that
makes up for me not firing a single shot in turn 1. In the beginning of the battle round, you generated a 6 for your miracle dice.
Yep, so I've got 3
and that 3 was from your previous turn.
Yep.
On we go. I gained a natural command point. I failed the Master of the Codex command point gain, so I currently sit on 9 command points, and I have scored 3 victory points for holding 3 objectives across the board. I used the CP to bring an aggressor back using the Apothecary ability. I've used Wisdom of the Ancients again, creating his own aura. And I've used the Chapter Master ability on the Dreadnought to try and give him some extra strength and shooting ability. Everything's moved up a little bit, so over here the intercessors have moved up here. They are hopefully going to get a few shots off because they're just sitting doing nothing at the moment on the floor. The Impulsor has emptied its cargo of intercessors onto that objective over there. God, I hope you don't roll for that one to vanish. The bikes have roared around the corner here. Might get some choppy done over there. Hellblasters are in a bit of a pickle because I am cautious of stuff coming in from reserve. I did want to screen a bit at the back, but also they could have done with the Chapter Master's buff, but we'll see what happens. And lastly, the Execution has pushed around the corner, less than half of its movability, so it can still use its fancy Latin name extra shooting ability.
So we've checked the Sisters rule for Defenders of the Faith, and it's only when you activate the stratagem to gain transhuman, for want of a better word, and the extra shots. Despite the objective going, it's not a case of they have to be within range of an objective for the duration. It's just when they activate.
Quite right.
The actual one to when
okay,
it's
Psychics. I'm going to go for Psychic Fortress again. Looking for
there's witches everywhere.
a strong 6. Oh no, I'm going to see P reroll that.
Okay.
Oh no! Okay, the only other ability I can use really that's effective is going to be Smite for a Warp Charge of 5 against the Immolator here. Here we go. Oh, finally.
Okay. So I'll Shield of Faith it.
Shield of Faith.
See if we can stop these
Shield
witches.
of Faith.
There
Oh,
it
can
is.
you?
There
Oh.
it is. Can you? No witches today, please.
First up to shoot is going to be the Outriders, looking to hose down some Sisters. Looking for 3s to hit. 4s to wound, because the Defenders of the Faith. Oh, that's mitigated a lot.
Yep.
Okay, in the Tactical Doctrine with the AP being -2, it is 5s to save.
Yep. 5 ups for the Sisters. Nope, nothing, but I do get a 6 up from my Hospitalier.
Hospitalier.
So 6 ups. Can I save one? No, I can't. So 3 are down. It's just 3 bolter ladies, no longer with us.
Do you not want to take from the front to change it to charge?
Yeah, actually, probably. You're probably right. Thanks for that.
That's all right. It's all about gamey.
One. That's nothing.
And now the pistols going into the Sisters.
2 hits.
2 hits.
And 4 to wound them. 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
-1. So 4 ups. No.
Ooh.
And then 6 up ignores from the Hospitalier. There's 1.
Okay, the Aggressor's shot. I've spared you the agony of rolling all the dice. They've taken off 4 wounds from the Immolator.
Yeah, 5.
5.
5, even better than you thought.
Yeah.
They've done a better job than you
But
thought.
who's counting? Next up to fire is going to be the Repulsor Executioner. I'm declaring all of the fire at the Rhino here. I'm going to play Martial Precision, giving me on the Laser Destroyer or Destructor, whatever it's called, the big gun.
And I am going to respond by playing Holy Smokescreen.
Holy Smokescreen, Batman! What does that
is.
do?
It means you're -1 to hit. It's just
Okay, so with
especially
my
holy.
Aquilon targeting thing, that balances out to a normal 3+ to hit
Yes.
on the remaining shot.
Yeah.
So one's already automatically hit, and this one is a 3 or more required, which hits anyway. So
Sure.
wounding on 3s.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna CP it.
Okay.
Yay! Okay, so
down to 7.
yeah, so 2 have gone through.
Get 2 invulnerable saves here for my Shield of Faith. So first of all, I'll use a miracle dice to make one of them.
Oh, well
a
played!
6.
It's a miracle.
It is a miracle. And I'll roll now for my Sacred Rose ability, which is on a 4 up. I get that miracle dice back. I don't, so that's fine. But that means I've only got the 1 6 up to invulnerable to make.
Here it comes, big 6.
Oh, I tell you, faith is strong. My faith in the Emperor.
You're faithing so. You're faithing so hard right now. Oh, Patrick, what's he doing to me, Pat? Henry, you betrayed me. Heavy onslaught Gatling cannon going in against the Rhino now, hitting on 4s, wounding on
5s. So 1.
only the 1.
1 at -1.
Yeah.
So it is a 4 up.
Oh, can you roll anything other than a 6 today? Do you fancy it? So the rest of the shots fired, so the petty little rounds actually did more damage than the heavy laser destroyer. So I took off another
3 wounds, so it's down to 7.
Okay, the impulsor actually took off a few more wounds, didn't it? So it's whittled it down to 4 over there. And now this squad of Ultramarine Successor Chapter Void Stalkers are going to shoot their bolt rifles at it also. Here we go, looking for 4s to hit. 5s to wound.
2, minus 2.
Oh, another couple. This is how we've been going all game, just whittle it down with small arms.
Minus 2, so 5 ups. It's another 2 wounds.
Oh,
Another 2 wounds off of it, it's down to 2.
looking to do some actual damage with the heavy bolt pistol on the Chapter Master. Hitting on with 3s, wasn't it?
Yep.
Hits. 5s to wound.
Yep. Oh, for the Emperor.
For the Emperor, killing the Emperor's sisters.
It does wound him.
How many
down
damage
to 1.
Is it 1 damage?
Just 1 damage.
Oh. Next up to shoot is going to be the Dreadnought, looking to finish off the Rhino. Here we go, hitting on 4s. So it was actually 5s to hit, but where he's been nominated for the Chapter Master ability, re-rolling those for another...
Decent.
Another 4. Well worth it.
These are 5s to wound, and you reroll 1s.
5s to wound. Re-rolling the 1.
There's another one at the top as well. Okay, it is 1 wound. Oh no. Oh no.
This is why we don't split fire, boys and girls.
Minus 1.
Where's it gone?
Can't even see it.
I'm going to go. What is it? It's had 2.
No, it'll blow up. Well, we'll see if it blows up. It does not.
Well, you've been rolling 6s all day, and now you don't turn up.
There are 10 individuals in there. And 2 bite the dust.
That's all right. I'll
That's
take
fine.
that. See ya. Into the fight phase. The aggressors are going to charge into the immolator here. Come on. 7. Next to the charges is going to be the Outriders revving their engines looking for a 7. Oh no! I'm going to CP that because I reckon they can do some work in there. So re-rolling both dice.
Oh, there you go. They love it.
There you go. 10
Love
inches. That's what we like. Make your own jokes. Now the Raspberry Dreadnought needs to make an honourable sacrifice for himself. Can he charge into this Repentia here? Looking for a 9?
No.
No, it's not to be.
No, not today. They'll just
go.
have to charge you instead.
We're going with this combat first. Now the way that the terrain is formed a funnel, I can only get 2 bikes in, but with the Sergeant and his boy getting in, I've got 11 attacks. Hitting on 3s to hit. Now they are transhuman, so it is 4s to wound. Oh, not great. Is that only 3? Okay. 4.
You are minus 1 with your chain swords.
Yeah.
So they're on 4-up saves.
Oh my word! Not a sausage for the Outriders. The aggressors now going in with their fists of doom. This vehicle is subject to the Seal of Oath, so I'm hitting on 4s, re-rolling hits. Come the re-rolls.
Yeah.
Wounding on 3s. 6 have gone through. Minus 3 AP. Looking for 6s to save.
Okay, well,
you've used all your 6s, didn't you?
Instead, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. It had 6 wounds left. Does it explode?
Oh, you know it's going to explode because you can't. You can roll a 6 when you need to.
No, it's 5.
What is it?
It's a 5. That's okay.
Close enough.
That's all right for me.
There's 5 people inside. Do they die on 1s?
No.
Lucky
Oh,
sisters.
fine.
This unit's been displaced into the building now, ready to fight back next turn. Over here, the sisters are going to fight back against the bikes.
Yep. So they've got 8 attacks here. They're hitting on 4s.
White dice represent the superior.
Superior just because she's got a chainsaw, but it doesn't really make any difference.
Yeah, it's just cool.
And then they're wounding on 5s because you are toughness 5 and they're strength 3. They do reroll 1s for these though, so I might be able to pick up 1. I do. It's the superior as well. Chainsawing 1 in the face.
She's leading from the front.
It's no minus on that, so it's just a 3-up.
3-up save.
Boom.
Oosh, oosh, oosh.
I mean, non-effective combat.
That's the end of the turn. We've just repositioned them a little bit just to make sure that they're in
3
coherence.
inches of the vehicle when it blew up.
That's it. I don't think that was too bad on my part. I've scored 3 points at the start of my turn. Can the sisters respond? With a brutal turn 2 coming right up.
So we started off with some prayers from the Diogenes. She buffed the Paragon Warsuits because they're within 6 inches at the start of the turn to get a +1 to their Shield of Faith, so on a 5 up. She failed the 6s to hit auto wound on them, but you know, we got more than 100% more than last time off here. More than Val, she was out of range of these guys to give them the reroll hits and wounds, but she did that on the Warsuits again. She does have an aura that might help. The Repentia were targeted by the Superior's advance and charge. They rolled a 4 for their advance, so they're up in the grill so they can get a few charges off. And finally, the Rhino round the corner has just tried to edge its way towards that objective.
Oh!
Give Bill something to think about.
Yeah, totally. Everyone knows I don't think, so touche.
So I'm going to be using my Dominions, my 4 melters, on the aggressors.
I'm playing transhuman physiology.
So the internet won't be mad at you anymore. He's used it at the start of the shooting phase this time.
Randy, my life coach in America. Are you proud of me, Daddy? Are you proud? Now, as the unit is below the threshold now, it's only 1 CP to play transhuman. So let's see how we go.
Okay, so 4 melter guns first of all, because we've got a combi flamer. So 4 melter guns, they're hitting on 3s, so they hit twice. They're out of the range of the Morven Val. So they're wounded on 4s, which is a bit unfortunate. 2 wounds though. 2 wounds there though. No saves against that.
Of course not, why would there be?
They're melter guns.
You're going to melt my face.
I don't think, well actually I might be. Yeah, so I am within half range for them, so they're D6 plus 2 each.
Oh Lord.
So that is 8 and another 4, so maths, 12. 12 wounds on the unit, so that's...
Oh Lord, gone.
No more.
Goodbye.
Farewell.
Evaporation.
Okay, so the Paragon Warsuits are going to be firing into the Dreadnought. They're going to use Exceptional Proficiency, which is 1 CP to give them +1 to hit, because they are Celestian models on their data sheet, so they will be hitting on 2s for this turn. So I've got 2 Heavy Bolters, first of all. These are going to be hitting on 2s, and they re-roll that 1. Okay, lovely. Okay, and they are wounded on 5s. Any 6s are an extra AP. Okay, and they re-roll their wounds because of
3
Morven
6s,
Val.
is it?
Oh, it is 4 wounds from the Heavy Bolters. These are at -2, and that is at -1. So 3 at -2. So 3.
Just 3 5-up saves required from the 6s. So I rolled 4 there. None of them worked anyway.
Okay,
And the other
they're
one,
all 1 damage.
Okay, and the other one was a
4 up.
4 up.
Okay,
Which I make.
so you take 3 wounds.
Paragon launchers next.
Okay, so these are hitting on 2s, re-rolling, and they are strength 6, so they're still wounded on 5s, but they do re-roll everything for Morven Val, because she is an angry lady. They doesn't help them.
Just the 1.
1 at -1, D3 damage. D3 damage. It is 2 wounds.
Dreadnought is gone.
That is it. Does it blow up? Please. It does! Yes!
Oh my God!
Do you think these dice have rolled enough 6s?
Oh my God! There's unbelievable rolling in the war zone. Rolling for mortal wounds to the Repentia first.
So it's 2, and they've got 5 up ignores because they are crazy. 1 is dead.
Must be all that armour she's got on that saved it.
No, it's just her faith.
It's just-
Faith, we've talked about this.
Faithing so hard. Okay, my apothecary taking 3. Of course he is. Buffing from his own medical kit. No,
Not
such
so
luck.
much.
So he takes 3 mortal wounds. How many wounds has he got?
He has 5.
Okay, so he's down to 2. The librarian.
You just knew it was happening.
He'll get medicked. No, so he's taking 3 mortal wounds as
Chapter
well.
Master, kill them
And
all!
the chapter master takes 1,
Oh,
but
yeah,
he
it's
gets
a
a 4
bossy.
plus mortal wound save with his relic shield, and he saves it.
What a ledge.
Ledge end. And lastly, the executioner takes 2.
Takes 2. Right, so I do get a miracle dice for killing a unit. So I get 1 for the aggressors, first of all. which is a 6.
Oh.
And I don't roll enough on one die, so I need to.
Oh my god!
And 1 for killing the dreadnought. So I'll just put a 6 in the part. Oh no, I
Yeah.
will use, however, for on that one, I will use my litanies of faith to re-roll that, so I can do that once per battle round. So
Yeah,
it's a
treat
5.
yourself to a 5.
I will.
Yeah.
So it's a 6, a 5, and a 3 currently in the Miracle Dice pool
Awesome.
here in the Warzone.
In we come with some more shooting against the Repulsor Execution. Oh no, sorry, against the Apothecary now.
Yeah, so she's doing Fidelis, her heavy bolter into the Apothecary, and her crack missiles into the Executioner. So she is going for it.
Easy peasy.
So Fidelis is 2s, 2 hits, and it is 3s to wound your Apothecary, because it's strength 6, which is nice. That is 2 wounds at -1. So 4 ups.
Nothing.
It's 4 damage.
Oh no. Looking to shrug it off with his drugs. Not a sausage, he is annihilated.
And it is another Miracle Dice. For
Yeah, go on, get
destroying
another
your character.
Miracle Dice. It's
That's
a
all right.
blooming-
I'll take a 3.
Yeah.
We'll take a
Treat
3.
yourself to a 3.
That's okay, I will.
Crack missiles coming in now against the Executioner.
Okay, so she's hitting on 2s. Lovely. And she's winning on 4s because you are toughness 8. No wounds
Oh.
there. It was a hope. It was a wing and a prayer.
Oh la la.
She's done her job though.
A really exciting lot of shooting over here with the pistols. 1 wound has come off one of the bikers. The little Stormbolter managed to fire off some shots but pinged off the mighty power armor. Okay, stratagem being played.
Yep, devastating refrain, which puts me down to 3 CP. And I'm going to fire at the Executioner. So it's 3d3 shots. Ooh, it looks good. 3, 6, 7.
Oh,
It's going to be 3s to hit. It's 4s to win because it's strength 8, but you're toughness 8.
yeah.
It is 3 at -2. So
Yeah, 5 pluses.
3d6 damage. It is 9, 10 wounds.
So the Executioner is taken down to a measly 4 wounds remaining. It's looking thin on the ground. In the combat phase, the Repentia charge into the Librarian, but the Chapter Master has heroically intervened to put his Relic Blade through their skulls. If he survives, because he might be targeted and chopped to little pieces. So the Repentia Superior did not make it in, unfortunately, so they won't benefit from her buffs. But there's still plenty of attacks coming in.
Yep, so they've got 11. They are Zealots, so they get to reroll all of their
Who are you going to
hits.
target?
I'm going to do this one on the thing. So she can attack the Chapter Master and the rest are going to kill the Witch.
Okay.
Burn the Witch, kill the Witch.
What are you looking for?
4s because they are -1 to hit from their massive, mahoosive chainsaws. And then they get to reroll these. Okay, so that many.
You've done well.
And they are strength 6, so they're going to be 3s
Oh.
to wound you. Okay, that is 4 at -2, I believe. Let me double check. It's -3.
Oh. It's against my
6 up.
Librarian, was
Yep.
this?
8 wounds.
I used to have a Librarian, but he's been chopped into smithereens. Watch this.
Dead.
Gone.
Dead miss.
So the attacks went into the Chapter Master, but were missed, re-rolled, and missed again.
Yeah.
All right. Chapter Master is attacking back. 6 attacks, hitting on 2s. All
What a
hit.
lad.
What a
Yes.
boy. What a boy.
Yes, go on.
Wounding on
3s.
3s.
I mean, sweet. So I get 5 6-up invulnerables from the Shield of Faith, first of all. I haven't rolled any 6s today, so...
No.
let's-
Hopefully you're all tapped out.
Okay, there's 1. Okay, so that is 8 wounds that go through. So 4... So I have to do these individually, which is the
Yeah.
annoying thing.
That's
So
okay.
1 dies, 2 dies, 3 dies, 4 dies. So 4 of them are dead.
Next to the natural attacks is going to be from the Sisters against the bikes.
So 4s. Okay.
Good rolling
Good hitting.
again.
5s to wound, re-rolling 1s. Is 2. 2 3-ups.
Nails, double nails.
Yeah.
Here we go. Attacks coming back from the bikes at the front. Oh my god! At least I got 1 through. Does it wound?
It does.
Hey!
-1, so 4 up. 1 does die.
That will learn you.
Well, we get a 6 up, ignore.
Do you know what? I would have put money. I would have put money on you. Morale phase. Let's see if the sisters Repentia break.
Okay, so their leadership is 8, and they have lost 5. So, they do not care.
You had a miracle dice of a 1 as well, didn't you?
No, you tried. I could have used a miracle dice for it, but
okay.
I knew I'd roll a 1.
Going into Marines turn 3, we're going to roll the dice of doom to see which objective is removed from play. It's objective 5. Where's number 5? It's there in the middle. Fantastic. It's one of mine.
The opposite to the other one as well.
Yeah, mirror match. So that's actually done me no help at all. Okay, movement phase, Space Marines turn 3. I'll show you what I've done. Now that the objective has vanished from this spot here, there's no little point sticking around. So what I've done is advance the intercessors here another 2 inches to try and pull back as far as possible away from this threat here. And really, the objective is going to be to double down on the 2 remaining objectives that are in my control and hope for the best when next turn they start to get removed again. The Hellblasters have finally tried to get involved in the game. I managed to get 7 of them to get a line of sight on the Rhino there to see if we can actually do something with them. Desperate times calls for desperate measures. The Impulsor, as a sacrificial lamb, has moved its full distance here in an effort to move block anything coming through this avenue here, especially, what's her name?
More than Val.
Indeed, her. Over here, the bikes are withdrawn because of the Ultramarines rule where they can...
and they're using a CP, right?
Yeah, they're going to fall back and re-engage. So they've fallen back and they'll be shooting at their normal shooting ballistic skill. And over here, the boys have fallen back behind the obscuring terrain to try and screen out a little bit more of my backfield. Although there's a massive, massive void for stuff to arrive, so we'll just have to hope we can shoot it. This moved 1.5 inches as it's massively raspberried, just to get a bit more of line of sight on some of the stuff here. And that's essentially it. Have I left too much of a space there? Probably. On second thought, I've decided to bring the Impulsor back because I left a big, massive space for these deep striking units to come and drop into my zone and mess my day up all along the backfield because I know how I roll and I know how Dave rolls. So that's it. Everything else applies. And there's no psychics because he's been decapitated for the second time it came in a row.
Kill the witch.
So straight into some shooting. Okay, so the bikers are now going to be shooting at the sisters here, hitting on 3s. A decent roll. Now 3s to wound. Okay, you're going to be using a miracle dice here, aren't you? Because how many went through?
You've done 8 wounds, so I'm going to try and hopefully keep 1 or 2 alive to stop you charging into my characters.
Nice.
So I'm using a miracle dice here to negate 1 of the saves.
Sure.
So I've got 7 more to go on here, and they're 5 ups because you're -2. Okay, unfortunately that didn't pay off, but that is the way sometimes it goes. That is 6 dead, so that is the unit gone.
Do I get a miracle dice?
No.
Okay.
I also get to roll to see if I get this dice back on the 4 up. I don't.
She's still looking for instructions, but she's not going to be the target of the Repulsor Executioner on Raspberry mode because he's going to be targeting the Paragon Warsuits. Now I'm going to play Power of the Machine Spirit because it's bracketed so badly it wouldn't hit a barn door, so I will be firing at top rate. I'm also going to be using Martial Precision for 1 command point, which means one of my laser destructor hits automatically hits. So this is the other hit coming in, hitting on a 3. Hits. Nice. Wounding on 3s, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
2s, I think.
2s.
You're strength 12.
Yeah, I'm going to use my last command point to re-roll that. Okay. Anything but a 1. Yeah. AP -4.
Yeah, so I've got 5 up invulnerable. Okay, so I would use a miracle dice here, but I've already used one this phase with the sisters on their save, so it comes to bite me a bit. But they've got 5 up invuns. They don't make them, so 2 go through. So it's D3 plus 3 for each of these. Oh, so that's 8 minus 1, so it's 7, which is enough to blow 1 up.
Yeah.
And then we've got this one, which is 7 minus 1, which is 6, which is enough to blow another 1 up. So, I mean,
that's done me a massive solid.
Horrible.
Heavy bolters going into the Paragon Warsuit remaining. Hitting on 3s. That's all but 1.
Wounding on 4s.
Wounding on 4, so that's 2 have gone through.
Yeah.
We're in a tactical, so I
this
don't
is
get
minus
the
-1. so I've got a 4-up save.
Oof.
1 save, and that's 1 damage.
So the Repulsor Executioner has hosed through the remaining runes of the Paragon Warsuits, cleaning them off. In my opinion, command points well spent. So the Impulsor fired some shots at the lady that's lost looking for directions, but couldn't hit a barn door. So we're moving on to the Hellblasters, who have got some shots off, going to get some shots off against the Rhino, dice permitting, hitting on 3s. Oh, I'm overcharging. Sorry, I should say that.
Okay, so that is 2 dead.
Yeah, 2 dead. I don't care. They're going to die anyway.
And it's going to be 3s to wound with your...
Yeah.
Okay.
So 2 people die in a sacrificial shooting, which I couldn't care less about.
4 Shield of Faiths. 1 Ghost, and then so that's 6 damage on the Rhino. Takes a bit of a battering.
That'll do. That'll do. Just slow it down a little bit. Is it bracketed?
Yeah, we'll be in that.
Okay. So the bikes are looking for a 5-inch charge over here. It's made it with 10. It's plenty. The boys have made it into the charge. I've declared 2 of the bikes against the what's her Canoness, because she's got
Judith.
a lot more Judith with an E.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s.
So she's 4 to win.
4 to win because she's got effectively transhuman.
Yep, from her
Only 2 have gone through, which that's quite handy for you, isn't it?
Yep, so she has a 2-up save. You're -1 from your sword, so she's got a 3-up save on this. She takes a wound and she passes 1, so she's down to 5.
And it was 5 more for the other bike.
Yeah, into the Palatine.
Hitting on 3s. So 4 hits. And she's got the transhuman as well?
She doesn't. No, you win her on 3s.
Oh. Okay, well,
2
only the 2.
Okay, so she is on a 4-up invulnerable save. She loves it.
Oh!
Yeah.
Okay, and the first of the natural combats would be you.
My choice, so
Your
I'm
choice.
going to choose the Repentia over here.
I reckon I can take it.
They've only got 4 attacks and they aren't re-rolling anything this time, so they're hitting on 4s. They've hit twice. And they're wounding on 3s against you. So it is 1 4-up invulnerable for you.
1 4-up save required. He's nails. Now the Chapter Master has cast his own ability to buff his own hitting. So he's hitting on 2s, re-rolling any misses. Doesn't need it. Wounding on 3s. Oh, he's done well.
So it's 5 6-up invulnerables.
Well, here comes loads of 6s, I can feel it.
No, and each of these is 2 damage, right?
Yeah.
So on the first one, dead. Second one, yeah, dead. Okay. I do get a miracle dice for them dying though.
Yeah, you
so
treat
I'll
yourself to a miracle dice.
I haven't had enough. So
but do you know
let's have
what?
another
We are
one.
going to consolidate towards the nearest enemy, who I would say
Is this way, isn't
it's
it?
going to be the Sisters in the building. Of course, we're attacking back over here now.
Okay, so the Canoness has 4 attacks. I'll just do it here.
Yeah, it's fine.
2s to hit. Good. And then she is strength. Double check her blessed blade, which is
Probably +1 to
plus
strength.
2.
Oh,
So she's strength 5, so it's going to be 4s to wound you.
that's
'cause
a
you're on the
tasty
bike.
against the bikes.
3 wounds at -3.
3 6s required to save.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I've saved 2.
2 damage.
2
so
damage,
1's
so
alive still. He's still
You're
alive.
down to 1 wound.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, Palatine attacking back. So 3s to hit here. She hits on 2s, but it doesn't matter because 1 misses. And she is strength 4, so it's going to be 5s with her power sword.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Is that the turn resolved?
That is the turn.
Now it's time for Sisters turn 3.
So the Rhino stayed where it is. The Celestian Sacrosancts have jumped out. Really super awesome models of the
Yeah,
helmets.
they are the
Hopefully
nuts.
they will get involved. The Battle Sister squad stayed inside as a backup if they need to react to anything. The Meltagon Dominions got the target from Morven Val to get their reroll hit and wounds. And she's pushed forward. She wants to fight with. She wants a ruck.
Yeah, that's going to be an epic
With,
showdown.
the Chapter Master. Sisters have stayed here doing their standard job that they do. And then I've dropped in, deep struck in a couple of things.
Oh, hello.
So the Zephyrim have dropped down over there, hoping to put pressure on that objective. Maybe their next turn it may not. And then I've got some Dominions in the corner who were outflanked earlier on with their flamers, and they are in. They are ready to burn.
First up to fire is going to be these guys.
Yeah, the Dominions. So they've all got flamers, and I'm using cleansing flames for 2CP to give them their max hits on flame weapons. So it's going to be 30 strength 5
That is
hits on that
horrendous.
unit because it's 12-inch range now for flamers.
Rank. Somehow, some way, the Primaris only lost one guy over here to the Flamers who scored 22 wounds. So I managed to tank it on my boys. The Melter Sisters are going to be shooting to finish off the Repulsor Executioner.
Yep, so they're 3s re-rolling for more than Vol, and then they are 4s re-rolling for more than Vol. Okay, so it's 2, nothing. So they're -4.
Oh,
so no save. So it's just D6 damage on these.
That's gone. Oh, wow! 6s galore. Do I explode?
You do not.
No, I can't roll 6s. But the Executioner is gone. So the Exorcist is playing the CP to get the indirect fire at the very extremity of its range, but in nonetheless on the unit that's on the objective over there.
So it's 3d3 shots. It is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 6, 7. 3s to hit you. And it's going to be...
I've got no CP left, so
3s to wound you. You will get +1 save though, because I'm more than 18 away.
Because of the twist of the mission.
Yep. So you would be on a 5 up, so you're on a 4 up save for these 3.
Okey-doke.
Okay.
Oh, taking 2
wounds. That is 6 wounds.
Oh. So 3 guys die. Next up.
So Morven Vault, she's doing her crack missiles into the Impulsor. She hits once, and it's strength 8, so it's 3s to wound your Impulsor. So it's 1 wound at -2, but you get +1, more than 18 away.
Indeed.
So you are fine.
Oh la la!
Yeah, and then the Fidelis, the heavy bolter into them.
Fidelis.
3 hits. 1 wound. That is at -2 because of my Sacred Rite. So again, it's a 4 up. Yeah, you're fine.
Double nails today. The Impulsor cannot be shifted. The Sister Superior, is that who she is?
The Canoness.
Canoness, sorry, has used her plasma pistol to wipe out the lovely Flagman. So yeah. Into the charge phase. We're going to have HQ or Lord on Lord S action.
Here we go. Morven
Big
Vault
charge
charging in. She is in on the 7.
Easy. Who's got the better hair? Mine's got longer hair.
Oh yeah, I think there's no contest really.
This unit is charging onto the objective intercessors, looking for a 10, but it can be re-rolled.
It can be re-rolled
for free.
There it is. There we are.
Look at it, Dave. Look at it. Outrageous. And over here, the Halberd ladies have made it in with a 9-inch charge into the intercessors over here.
Yeah. At the start of the fight phase, I'm going to use Inviolate Shield Wall here, which is 1 CP, and it means that you are -1 to wound them. Just in case I don't kill you off, I just want to make sure that they survive.
Inviolate
That is
Shield
my last
Wall.
CP gone.
Yeah, I've got 1 left as well. I'm going to use that with Transhuman on these guys because they are strength 6, are they not?
Yes, they're +3 from their halberds.
Disgusting. And I shall counter it with my last remaining CP, apparently. So we've got 11 attacks coming in from the piled in sisters here.
Yeah, so we've got 8 from the normal sisters with their halberds. And they hit on 3s. Wound you on 4s because of Transhuman. It is 4 wounds.
Did not pay off in the slightest.
And then the Superior with her spear hits you twice. Doesn't wound you. So it's 4 at -3, 1 damage.
6 ups required.
Okay, nice.
Oh, I made 2,
so just 1 dies. They're just 1 damage.
Okay. Sephirim coming in with their hot attacks.
Okay, so they're hitting on 3s. They're strength 4, so they're going to be wounding you on 4s. Okay, that's kind of evened it out. These are -3, 1 damage from the swords. Okay, so that is 2.5 dead.
Oh, lordy, lordy.
Morven Vault, she's hit them on 2s, so she hits 4 times. She's wounding on 2s, but any 6s are mortal wounds as well. I know you've got to save against them, but it does help. Oh, so she's not done great there, but it's 2 wounds on your 4 up invulnerable save.
Oh, he's taken them both.
That is 6 wounds.
Oh dear. He's a goner. He gone. She's she's taken on a chapter masker.
She has done him.
And taken off his lush. He's just jealous of the hair.
That was it, yeah.
Attacking back now. The sergeant's going to attack the canoness. Hitting on 3s.
Nice.
Wounding on 4s. Oh, 3 have gone through.
So 3 at -1. So a 3 up. So a relic. Okay, she takes 2 wounds. She is down to 3.
And the other bike into the other sister.
Yep, 2 hits.
2 hits.
And 3's to wound her.
2 wounds.
Okay, 4 ups. No,
Oof.
she takes 2.
Oof.
She's getting snake eyes. She is down to 2.
My intercessor's attacking back, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 4s because of the shields. So 8 went through. We're using a miracle dice for one of the saves.
Yep, so that's one of the saves done with the miracle dice. And then that means that there's 7 more. I'm just on a 2-up save though, because they have a 2-up save. Yeah, they are.
Oh, the canoness is attacking.
Yep, so 4 attacks, so she's hitting on 2s. She is wounding on 4s because she's strength 5.
Oh.
3 at -3.
Oh la la.
Yeah.
2 have gone through. What damage are they?
It's damage 2.
Oh, so that's a
So
bike
one
gone.
bike is gone. Yeah.
The sergeant has nobly attacked back over here, killing one of the seraphim. I believe that is the end of the turn. Turn 4 for Space Marines. But before we start, we're going to roll the dice to see which objective vanishes. Now, number 6 is over there, and number 2 is over there. Number 3 is down here, and number 1 is over there. Let's see.
It's number 3.
Where's 3?
It's my objective.
Oh no!
Oh, so that's exactly what you needed to stay in there.
I have scored 2 victory points for holding the objective over there, and the objective over here at the start of the turn.
Yeah, puts you up to 7 as well.
Yeah, puts
so
me on
7-4.
7 to the Space Marines, 4 to the Sisters. Gained a command point back, so I'm just sitting on the 1. How will I spend it? Who knows? Over here, the intercessors have fallen out of combat. The Hellblasters have got into rapid fire range of these girls here. These 2 intercessors have fallen back. They're still within the 3 inches of the objective, but they are out of bombardment range of the Exorcist, which is quite handy. Over here, what I've done is I've moved the intercessor sergeant back out of combat over here, and the impulsor has moved to try and block as much of a footprint as I can. See, they'll just fly over me, but we'll see what happens over there. And the bike over here has fallen out of combat to lend some fire support against the Seraphim over there. Now the bike is going to shoot into the Seraphim over here. 8 shots at half range, hitting on 4s because he withdrew from combat, but he's an Ultramarine, so it's only 1, 2, 3 hits. 3s to wound. Oh no, just the 1. AP is just the -1 because we are in the Assault Doctrine now.
So 4-up save. No, 1 is slain.
We're filling them out. The sergeant with his bolt rifle over here, hitting on 4s. It's 1 hit. Wounding on a 3. Nice. Wounds.
It's a save.
5.
She saved it.
Nicely done. Now the impulsor. 2 lots of storm bolters at close blank point. Point blank point.
Blank point.
Yeah, it's late. It's late. Hitting on 3. So.
Yep.
3s to wound. Oof. Oh. No AP.
No. So 3-up saves for these ones. I'm going to use a miracle dice for 1.
Nicely done.
And I'll see if I get that. Do I get the miracle dice back? I don't. And so that means I've got 4 saves to go. Okay. So I save all of them.
Oh. And 4 shots with the stubber. 3s. 2 wounds. That is -1, is it not?
4 ups, 2 die.
Oh. These 2 bolt rifles. Got 1 more Seraphim to take out. They're at the extremity of their range. Hitting on 3s. Oh, it's Snake Eyes! Can you believe it? The fallen back intercessors using their Ultramar training, hitting on 4s. Oh, 3s to wound. Ooh. 3s.
Yep.
To save.
There we go. Weathered that.
I cannot believe it. Okay, now it's time for some hot Hellblaster action. Now the Hellblasters are going to look to finish the deed. I'm not going to overcharge because they're only 1 wound apiece and they're only toughness 3. So hitting on 3s. 3s to wound. Oh dear. Okay. Not too bad.
5.
Could have done a lot better there.
5 4-up invulnerables from their shields. Ooh.
Oh, damn! You lose 4.
Yeah, 4 dead. The superior is left standing.
That's her job in life,
as
isn't
they are
it?
melted around her.
In the assault phase, the intercessors charged in, piled in, and smashed her puny brains out. And they're wiping her brain off their pink shoes. So over here, the Impulsor managed to charge and attack the last remaining flag bearer Seraphim. Close them off. Did nothing, and the sister attacked back, also achieving nothing. But what we have done is created a little bit of a roadblock in the very slim chance of my Marine Sergeant surviving over here. Battle shock roll.
6.
Oh,
6 for them. So they're gone. She's gone. She's run.
oh la la, she's gone.
She's out there. She is out of here.
Sister's turn 4.
Okay, so not really much movement. It's kind of more of a summary. The Exorcist has moved around a little bit, so that you can draw a line of sight to the bike or the Impulsor, depending on which one on the kill. Morven Val's kind of the main movement. She's pushed herself up towards these Hellblasters to try and kill them all in combat. And some sisters have got out around here, try and put pressure, hopefully shoot those guys off at the objective at the back.
Yeah, that'd be a bad day.
Yeah, hopefully.
So the sisters over here are going to be shooting at the unit of the objective, trying to blast me off it.
Yep, so we've got Heavy Bolter hitting on 4s because she's moved. 2 hits, which is good. And then 3s to wound. It's 1 wound, but -1 from the Heavy Bolter.
Oh,
You got a CP?
wound. I
You
have.
got a CP.
Oh dear.
It's a 4-up save.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. I should have used it to play Transhuman, but oh no.
No.
What
and
a
then I've got,
waste.
so that's 1 dead, and then I've got some bolters as well.
God, I should have done Transhuman.
4 hits for the Emperor. 5s to wound. So there's 1 at -1 because of my Sacred Right.
Safe.
1 is dead.
Yeah, take the that one. Yeah.
Morven Val's shooting, so she's going to fire her 2 crack missiles into the intercessors at the back.
Which one's the other squad?
The back
yeah,
squad,
okay.
yeah. So that's 2 hits and 2s to wound. So it's 2 wounds at -2
Oof.
on you.
Takes 1.
1 dice.
Oh lord.
1 is dead.
Heavy bolter shooting into the same unit.
1 hit and a wound at -1.
Yeah, go to that one. No.
No, so another 1 dead.
Is it 2 damage?
2 damage.
Oof. So we just discussed about the terrain feature, and that is obscuring, so it wouldn't have line of sight on the Impulsor. So we've just moved it back in because having known that, that's what we would have done.
So used to using the line of sight.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
What's next?
So do some Dominion fire. They can only shoot at the Impulsor, so they've got 5.
Okay, it doesn't have the shield dome on it, so it's just going to be its standard.
Okay.
So despite a noble effort, they did not do a single wound to the Impulsor.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the shooting, I believe, is it not?
Yeah, that is the end of the shooting.
Okay, into some combat. Morgan Var makes it into... Am I saying that name right?
Morven Val.
Morven Var.
Yeah. Val's in.
Mung Ra has made it into combat. Some attacks coming in now from She Who Kills.
Yep, so 2s to hit with this, with her lancing
Oh,
attacks.
she's done well.
And she's on 2s to wound, 6s are mortals. So, not great there, but that is 3 at -3.
6 is required. Nothing.
Okay, so that's 3 dead.
Oh! She's taken 2 wounds back from the Hellblasters, who have, like, I don't know, smacked her around the head with the butts of their guns, slapped her around a bit. So there's me thinking that the combat phase was over, but alas, she gets to fight again, does she
Once
not?
per battle, she gets to fight once more.
Will she finish off this squad of Hellblasters?
So 2s all hit,
She cannot miss.
2s all wound, 5 6-ups to save these boys.
Easy. Watch this.
No!
Ain't nothing but a thing. Nothing but a thing.
2 are down, but that isn't going to...
Down but not out.
So many 6s.
The Void,
So many 6s today.
the Void Stalkers represent. Big roll coming up. Turn 5. Or battle round 5. We're rolling to see which objective disappears. And then pretty much determine how the game goes. It's a 6.
Oh, it's
That's
the one at the
over
back.
there. Oh
the one
no.
at the back.
So, That stops me scoring now. So with that devastating roll to see which objective disappears, which is number 6, which was being bravely held by the lone intercessor sergeant who's going to be chastised for losing his squad, I would get 1 victory point for over there, putting me up to 8. And Dave, you would probably score another point over here in your turn 5.
Which puts me up to 6, it would be.
Yeah, so, and that'd be it then, wouldn't it?
That's the last turn, so it's 5 turns.
We're going to call it there?
Yep, we will call it there.
A well-fought game, a brutal game.
Bloody and brutal.
I thought it was Gary game over because I did so bad in turn 1, i.e. did nothing. And you all laughed at me, didn't you, Internet? You all laughed at me when I left the health blasters in the corner. But they turned up just when I needed them. It was all tactical and by no means stupidity on my part.
Such a good game.
Yeah, the sisters absolutely rock. They look fantastic. The Space Marines in a far more feminine colour, looking just as fabulous. I'm very happy with the win. We're going to fist pump it over the table.
Good game.
Thank you very much. Praise Henry, everyone. Praise be to Henry. And also praise be to Patrick. A much bigger head on the thing. Thank you very much, Dave.
Cheers, thank you for having me.
What's your Instagram again?
At Dave Loves Painting.
Check it out, everyone, for some awesome, fantastically painted miniatures. Until next time, peace in our time.